Anybody sees this who has any information or who can contact Jaden, please let him know that I love him.
Now, Newton County deputies confirm both Gay and Daniel lived in the same house together on Avery Drive in Covington. Deputies say Daniel opened fire on his stepfather last night, then fled the scene in his stepfather's Cadillac Escalade. Now, they found that Escalade at a nearby park, Denny Dobbs Park, but Daniel was nowhere to be found. Now, his mom says after losing one son last year to murder and gun violence, and that was Kendarius Spear, and a husband just last night to gun violence, David Gay. She says she does not want to lose another family member. Now, Mrs. Gay says she was not at home and she does not know what happened. We will have much more of her interview tonight at 6.
Yo, we're back at the station again. Let's see what's happening in the streets. What's happening? Damn, where my handcuffs at? Damn. Freaking donut grease got on it. Freaking. Let me see what's going on today. Sure. Alright. Story reads, mother pleads for son to turn himself in. Fox 5 News. See what's happening with it.
Atlanta mother is grieving as her son is on the run, accused of killing her husband. Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us here for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Newton County deputies say 41-year-old David Gay was shot and killed by his stepson in the family home last evening. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor just talked with the wife of the victim, who is also the mother of the suspect. A lot to take in for this woman. Angelique.
Good afternoon to you both. This Newton County mother is an emotional wreck. She clearly says she loves her husband, who was killed just last night, but tonight her plea is to her son, who is accused of murder and on the run. She says she wants him to turn himself in. Now, we just talked with her minutes ago. Take a listen.
Please turn yourself in. This is the ultimate breaking for me, and I cannot. I said I couldn't lose another child, and I lost my husband, and now I really can't lose another child. David loved you. He loved me. He loved Kennedy, and he loved his family. He loved like you guys were his own. So if you see this, or if anybody sees this who has any information or who can contact Jaden, please let him know that I love him.
Now, Newton County deputies confirm both Gay and Daniel lived in the same house together on Avery Drive in Covington. Deputies say Daniel opened fire on his stepfather last night, then fled the scene in his stepfather's Cadillac Escalade. Now, they found that Escalade at a nearby park, Denny Dobbs Park, but Daniel was nowhere to be found. Now, his mom says after losing one son last year to murder and gun violence, and that was Kendarius Spear, and a husband just last night to gun violence, David Gay. She says she does not want to lose another family member. Now, Mrs. Gay says she was not at home and she does not know what happened. We will have much more of her interview tonight at 6. Reporting live in Newton County, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Wow, I can only imagine what this all must feel like for this mother. Angelique, thanks.
Her name Angelique? Well, thank you for that report. Freaking ant. Hold up. I'll be back. Sorry about that. I got distracted by a freaking ant. A big old ant at that. Shoot, junk almost bit me. But as you can see, the devil is at work. Shoot, look at the amount of subscribers we got here. Oh, 6. Let me stop. But hey, man, I'm wondering, did they get into a fight or what? Like, did he tell him you couldn't go out? See what I'm gonna do to you if you're trying to come out this damn house. Told you to stay in your room. You ain't my daddy. I'm your daddy now. What did you just say? Take that back. Nah, son. You call me son? Wait till I come back. Wait, where you going, son? You call me it again? Hey, you never know. You don't know how the junk went. I'm just putting together a what if. I don't freaking know. They don't got much on this story. They leaving out a whole lot of details. That's all I can say. They said they're trying to plead with him, turn himself in. I don't think he's gonna turn himself in. I don't think so. They said that's what his name is, Jaden. I thought his name was something else. His name Jaden? Okay. Oh man. 16 years of age. You know what they'll say in the comments? Oh, it's the usual suspects. I'm like, come on, bro. Got a lot of people doing some faked up stuff. Regardless of whether they're rich or poor or black or white, like you got people, man. As I'm scrolling down, I'm seeing white faces on mugshots, black faces on mugshots. Somebody's having that blended family isn't for the faint of facts. It's not even biblical. You see what happened to King David? What his son did to his own sister? You know what I'm saying? He took it. That's all I can say. He didn't ask for it. He took it. And she said, we got to make this right. We have to make this right. We have to at least get married. And he was like, I don't want to even see you no more. Get out of my presence. You know? So I think she put dust on her head. Did she? Or she put dust on her clothes or something. Or she ripped her clothes or her blouse or whatnot. I forgot the exact story. And then the other brother, took him out. Because that was his full sister that he did that to. It was the other guy's half sister. All that junk happened because King David had a blended family. With all those wives and concubines. He didn't have as much as his son, though. His son had like 700 wives and 300 concubines. She said, I can't lose another child. Somebody said, it's too late. He belongs to the system. Shoot. So, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good way to look at that. He out of here now. Best believe they're going to probably hold this guy for about 2 years. Until he's like 18 and then, yeah. But it's possible that they might let him out. You never know, man, with the justice system. Sometimes they're not so just. Sometimes they let some unjustly things happen. Like, what the frick? You let them go. What? Facts on that, though. A blended family is not good. It's just not. Because, like, you see that scenario I painted in my head a few moments ago? What if he kept calling that guy son and the guy didn't want to be called son? He probably told the dude, call me by my name. He kept saying, son, I'm your daddy now. Who knows? I don't know. Or maybe it was the other way around. Maybe the stepson was like, I'm the man here. You just new here. And the dude was like, wait, what do you mean you're the man here? I'm your mom. I'm married to your mom. How are you the man of the house? He's like, nah, I'm the man here. I can do what I want to do. He's like, dude, you're under 18. You're not even an adult yet. What do you mean you can do what you want to do? I can do what I want to do. I'm going to tell you what to do, too. What? They probably got into a scuffle. The younger dude probably lost. Hey, you know how they do these days? Like the dad said on Friday. So quick to pick up the gun. You know what I'm saying? You believe you're a man with a gun in your hand, don't you? I'm a man without it, man without it, man without it, man without it. Don't be a step anything. Facts. Don't be a step anything. Don't do it, man. But hey, salute to all the people who actually do their job at foster care. Not the ones who abuse them and use them, but the one who actually, because I believe that there is some people who love their job. And they just hate the thought of a child going without a mom, without a dad. You have people like that. You might not have many people like that, but you have people. You have some people like, I can't allow this child to go without having a mom or go without having a dad. So I step in, and may God bless those type of people. There's not many of them. That's why men always ask, do you have energy? Facts. These comments, man. In a situation as sad as this one, these comments are freaking funny, yo. Somebody said 65 and staying single. Ooh, don't want to deal with someone's offspring that I don't have nothing to do. Facts. Dude say 65. Facts. And they wonder why these dudes be 60, like these millionaires, right? They wonder how they be 50, 40, 60 even, and they give it a girl that's 18. They wonder why. Because these days, they're pushing for the furthering of the freaking slut culture, which is going to lead to bastard babies out of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? What's the chances of this young man, his mom and his dad not being married, and him being one of those wedlock children? What's the chances? Very high chances. You know what I'm saying? You know, not to be mean, but very high chances. Especially in the hood. But then again, I don't know if they was in the hood or not, but shoot, maybe. I don't know. Kids say another reason I can't be a stepdad. Hell no. Facts. Me and this together, like team hell no. Be like Daniel Bryan in his mug. No. So being a stepfather is a thankless. I'm saying thankless. That's a good word. Thankless. So being a regular daddy these days, like a blood related dad these days, you barely get thanks. What do you think a stepdad gonna get, man? Of course, he'd have got a bunch of praise back in the day. You know, back in the days when Jesus was a human. You know, when he left the heavens to trade in his deity. You know, switch from a deity to a human for 30 plus years. That was hectic. I'm sure he can't explain it better than I can, but you read it, oh, it was hectic. He did what he could, you know, for us. I thank him daily. Stepfather was the worst job I ever had. Sheesh. Facts, man, facts. Something was going on between her husband and her son. It's deeper than what she's saying. God bless. That's what I'm saying. Them boys' fault, bro. Them boys' fault. And dude lost, bro. Something happened. I don't know. You never know. Suppose another internet detective wanting something to be deeper because the real story isn't exciting enough for you. Nah, I don't think it's even like that. Even if it is like that, the person right, either way, they're right with what they're saying. The messenger don't really matter. It's the truth of it. But the truth comes from the Lord, you feel me? Comes from the Lord. The Lord is the truth, you feel me? Truth to man in life. John 14:6, man. Yeah, you see the daughter roll her eye. Oh, I didn't see that. I was kind of looking at the daughter, but I was mostly paying attention to the mom because she was speaking. He said she rolled her eyes. Now that I think about it, I think she did. I'm not sure though, but I think she did. So I bet $5 that this kid was constantly listening to the garbage drill and he looked like a rapper. You see that chain on his neck? Did your chain hang low? Do I roll to the floor? Man, come on, man. He looked like that one rapper that was beefing with that one dude. Man, Fulio, he looked like that guy, kind of. In that shot that they had of him, when he was standing by the front door, with what appears to be a chain, and he probably has like one of those pictures in it of a deceased person. They have a lot of those in the hood. This just gotta stop, yo. It's that bad that you see a bunch of people with that little picture thing on their chain. And most likely the person ain't alive in the picture. That y'all gotta stop, dog. But it's like they say, hey, before normalcy comes back, the king is gonna return. That's what they say all the time. And more, I'm starting to believe it. More and more. Somebody said, what makes you say that? The fact that he bleeped him? You are very smart. It's definitely something, man. Either stepdad was trying to discipline. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he'll do that to him for being a deadbeat. It depends what you mean by a deadbeat. Most of the time, when somebody mentioned deadbeat, I think somebody who just left, right? Who got the freak away. Got the freak away from all that drama and all that with their baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Too much drama. Get you a stroke, have you stiff like a llama. Shoot, you don't want that. And now you're in a coma. Most likely the son was a piece of ish. And his stepdad tried to change it. Hey, possible. It's a possibility. I don't know. Being the stepdad relieve you. I should not laugh at this. My humor picked up. Look what he said. Kids are being a stepdad relieve you. Bleep on a step. How we know it wasn't in a ditch? They ain't explaining the whole story. I don't think they are. Normally when you look into the articles, that's when you get the whole story. But I ain't trying to make this video too long, so that's why I ain't trying to Some of the more to, you know, it's freaking more to the story. You know that. You know it. You know it's more to the story. Shoot, so much stuff they don't want to reveal. They'll reveal way more if his stepdad was white. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. They'd have revealed way more of the story if his stepdad was white. I just have a feeling, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're trying to hide it more. Because they do that too. They're trying to hide the story. Bitch, they know it's going to piss people off. They know it's going to call for people online, you know, that don't even show their face. They're trying to start something. Off of skin tone. Trying to start a war for skin tone. You know the most important war we had in this country, man? Civil War. That was the most important one. You know what I'm saying? The Confederacy versus the Union. That was very important. That was very important. You know what I'm saying? So that humans can live like humans. They didn't have to live like a pet. And we don't know who was even in it. We don't know who was enslaved. We don't know who was the masters. We wasn't there. They just tell us who it was, but we wasn't there. We don't know who was the masters. We don't know who was the enslaved. I don't freaking know. How would I know? You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why they keep putting it on movies. So you can't think. If you program too much with television and freaking movies, film and all that junk, it make it harder for you to think. You're being bombarded with so-called entertainment. But what it really is programming. Even though they used to tell you that. They used to. I don't think they call it programming anymore. They call it entertainment, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Sure, at least that's what I heard. I heard they used to call it programming. I never seen a commercial when they called a show or a movie programming. But that's what I've been hearing on the internet. You know, from the older people on the internet. That's like 40, 50, 60. Yeah, that used to be called programming. And it is programming. It is. So but that's why you can't be a stepfather to these children. Shoot, you cannot. It's like I said. You could do it back in the day. Yeah, you can do it back in the day. How far back in the day? I don't freaking know. Maybe the 50s, 40s. You could probably do it. But most people weren't doing it because most people was married. You know what I'm saying? 40s and 50s? Most people was married is what I heard. I think it started going left in probably late 50s, early 60s. That's what I heard. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wouldn't know. Single life is I don't know about that, man. Some people probably happily married though, you know. But divorce rates are high, I've heard. I'm like, yo, very high. She didn't even get a chance to get a divorce. He ended that marriage before the court could. I'm not saying they was gonna get a divorce, cause maybe they was gonna be together for life, but now we'll never know now, man. Sheesh. But it's crazy times we're living in. You know that. You know we're living in crazy times. You know that. I hope every stepfather will watch this and stay safe. Stepfathers are always going to be on the outside looking in. Yeah, you are. The husband provided a beautiful home for his wife, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, he tried. It seemed like he tried. Somebody said, and how do you know that? Yeah, that's why I see it seemed like he tried. I don't know if he tried or not. It seemed like he did. She said she loved him and all that. So, do you know everyone's situation? The assumptions people make about others' relationships is ill-informed. I also love how if a woman initiates a divorce, it could only be because she demanded too much and is walking away from a good man. Granted, no talks about the possibility of a man or a woman being emotionally or physically abusive. I think sometimes people just need to mind their own business. We can't mind our own business. We can't. If we minded our own business, right, this story would have never made it out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like the cops showing up. I see videos like this all the time. The cops will show up, right? The people that tell the cops, I don't want to talk to you. Why you freaking called him for? He's being too nosy. I don't want to talk to him. Why do you freaking call him for? What's your name? I don't want to tell you my name. You freaking playing games. You're going to just get locked up. That's the only thing that's going to happen. You're just going to get locked up. But maybe they're doing this strategically so they can get some type of payout from a lawsuit. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. You know how cats do these days. They don't want to work. I don't want to work. Hell no. Some of the losing both your husband and your child has to be some of the worst. I'm saying, man. I'm saying. So there's something not right about this story. Family seems wild. Shoot, you know that. It's easy, too, bruh. But no way I would have married into that family. It had to have been something. Yeah. Yeah, your son passed? What? That should have been red flag number one. The son passed. The gun violence. That means if that son didn't pass, he would have taken the other person out possibly. I guess my man mind wasn't on that. Maybe he wasn't thinking of that. Maybe he was thinking, oh man, she looks so good to me. I can't let it go. I got to holler. What they say these days? They don't say run game these days. What they be saying? Got a RZA up. Got a RZA up. You know what I'm saying? Ask her out. Never holler at you. Like the old man said on Chappelle's show. Never holler at you. What's wrong with you? And something was wrong here, though. Yes, like he said, something was wrong here. How can you not? The child is passed in a violent way. I see if he passed in an accident or something. Or, you know what I'm saying? If it's like some type of accident. Nah, somebody took him out on purpose. But maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe that's not the story. Maybe he got just hit with a stray. I don't know. I doubt it. Because look how that brother was acting. Look how he was acting. Look what he did. Now he on the run. Somebody said something is off. Yeah, you know it is. They ain't gonna tell us, man, unless you can find an article. I don't even feel like looking for the article. It's late as heck. Going to sleep, bro. Never take on another man's responsibility. There are always consequences. You know that. This kind of thing happens all the time. Yeah. It's like King David. But he married that one lady that was already married to this man. He took on his responsibility. Even though the man, I think he passed due to a heart condition. But he took on that guy's responsibility. He did. You know? Although I don't think she was with children. I don't think she had children. The woman, I forgot what her name is. I think she was one of David's first wives. But I don't know. Hey, David probably smarter than me. Most likely he was. You know, the Lord don't choose just anybody. But I'm just saying, I don't know, man. If he'd asked me on it, I'd be like, I don't know. Her husband just passed. Heart condition. I don't know, homie. I mean, I don't think it went too bad, but I don't know. It did kind of go bad, though. Because of King David having multiple wives and junk, They're being half siblings with each other. The children, people got taken out, and then one of his children tried to take him out. What was the name? Absalom or something? Can I even spell that? Absalom. Is that his name? Absalom? Why was Absalom David's enemy? See? David's son, see? He flipped on David because of what, bro? I'm still trying to figure it out. I gotta read it again. Flipped on David, bro. And I'm thinking because of what his brother did. I think he was probably mad because David didn't want to talk to him no more because he took out his brother. He took out his own brother, his own sibling. Which most people would have did the same thing, to be honest. These days, yeah, people ain't the same these days. They'd have did it in a heartbeat. People hell bent on revenge these days. Look at this story here. The stepdad must have took the kid's video game. Hey, it may be funny, but he probably right. That's probably what happened. He probably said, I'm not giving you your smartphone back, man. You only 16. You ain't 18. You know what I'm saying? You almost got a girl pregnant. That smartphone, man, is going to get you in trouble, young man. And he probably told him, oh, yeah, you keeping my bleep? It's going to get you in trouble, old man. And he probably said, what that mean? Get my phone back. You don't have to see what that mean. He's like, oh, you threatening me? Call it what you want, bro. Probably biting his bottom lip and everything. The mom trying to tell him, stop. He used that as an advantage. Mom got the dad, kind of distracted. Not her fault, though. Possibly. I ain't saying this is what happened, but I'm just saying possibility. What if? Honey, calm down. He's like, all right, baby, all right. He not looking at the son, he looking at her. Oh, he stole him. Oh! So he thought he can get the jump on him. But the old man still got it. He still got it, baby. He threw his shoulder into it with a bit of speed. He missed him a little bit, but get him at the forearm. Oh, shoot. 16-year-old, he ain't fully developed yet. He ain't strong enough yet. Fall back. Ugh. Damn, man, I didn't even mean to do that to you, young blood. Let me help you up. I don't need your help. He go to the room, slam his door. He said, man, I'm going to just talk to him, man. He go in there, open the door. The man already got a pistol pointed at him. He like, oh, I just came to talk to you. That's probably what happened. I don't know. I really don't know. You never know these days, man. Said something about the mom and losing another child to gun violence. Yeah. I don't believe in luck. So I'm like, I don't believe in coincidences either. He said mom must have missed somehow. I don't understand this at all. Maybe it's just the guy she attracted to. I don't know. Maybe she attracted to hotheads or something. Maybe the dude was a hothead. Two hotheads ain't gonna mix. The teenager a hothead and then the stepdad a hothead too. I ain't saying the stepdad or the teenager is a hothead. I don't know, but you never know. You know what the verse reads. Exodus 20:13. You shall not bleep. Simple. I'm sure his mom taught him that. I'm sure his stepdad tried to teach him that, but hey, he didn't listen. So you know what's next? Galatians 6:7. What's next for him? What's next? Don't be misled. You cannot mock the justice of God. You will always harvest what you plant. In other words, he gonna reap what he sow. Or should I say, like that Justin Timberlake song, what goes around comes around, goes around, comes around. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Or that One Republic. Too late to apologize. It kind of is too late. Even if you apologize to the feds, you still going to prison, bro. Apologize to the police, to your mama, to your stepdad's grave. You apologize to all this. Apologize to God. you still getting locked up. Still getting locked up. Unless a miracle happens. Bitch, I don't think so. I don't think the Lord gonna deliver that type of miracle. You have to reap what you sow. The Lord don't lie. Remember, he said you do something that's unjust, you gotta reap what you sow. You have to reap what you sow. That's it. Damn, I zoomed it in too far. There you go. I be forgetting that I can do that. And then look at this one. Take it a step further. We got the 1 John 3:15. It says, anyone who hates a brother or sister is already you got it. This word, right? How far can I go with this? I think that's the furthest I can go. Let's highlight it. That's what they are, okay? You know me. Well, actually, you probably don't know me, but I know me. And when I see brother and sister in the scripture, I'm thinking all of the descendants of Adam, all of the descendants of Noah, all of them, brother and sister. That's what I think when I see this. Some people don't. That's cool. And you know that no bleep has eternal life residing in him. So you just have this in your thought process that you want somebody to be ended. You want to see them meet their demise. You're just not of God. And if you're not of God, you ain't going to be in his presence for eternity. You out of here. You out of here. Simple. That's all. You out of here. So I can tell you, you are out of here. There's no way for you. Only the wide way that leads to destruction, sulfur, hellfire, brimstone, worms that cannot die. Most people hate freaking worms, especially freaking maggots, but that's what they have down there. So hopefully this young man can, turn his life to the Lord, and turn himself in. Do that first, then turn to the Lord. Because you're going to need the Lord. When you're in them walls, big slabs of freaking big concrete. Each wall probably weigh a ton or two, maybe more than that. You can't push that junk down to escape. You sure as heck can't push them bars down. Like you freaking magnets on freaking Blood Omen #2. When you knock them bars down. You can't do that. Not in real life. And we got the John 3:36 right here. And it says, he that believeth on the Son hath eternal life. But he that obeyeth not the Son shall not see life. When you're trying to take people out, you're not obeying the Son. Who is Yeshua? Who is Emmanuel? Who is Jesus? You're not obeying the Son. You're obeying Satan. But the wrath of God abideth on him. That's what happens. The wrath of the Most High. The wrath of Jehovah. All kind of names. You don't want his wrath on you, man. That's worse than hell. That's worse than hell itself, okay? So hopefully this young man can turn his life over. Turn over a new leaf. Hopefully the stepdad was right with the Lord as well. May the Lord have mercy on his soul. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. May the Lord have mercy on that girl's soul too, who lost her life over the dude she was with touching somebody's Mercedes. Sad situations, man. Yeah. I don't want to make this too long. May peace be upon you all, and yeah. Blessings.